In 2002, there were presidential elections in Zimbabwe. 2002. And two governments, UK and US, were particularly interested that President Mugabe should not run, should no longer serve as president of Zimbabwe. And so they contacted us to make this proposal. A way must be found to make sure that he doesn't run. If not, if he runs, then he must only be in power for 6 months and then must resign. We had a lot of interaction with them. At that time, the Minister of Intelligence here was Lindisi Sulu. And she was the one who was doing the running up and down, talking to these people. In the end, they even proposed, this is a British government under Tony Blair, that they were ready to use force to remove President Mugabe. I've said that before, and Tony Blair said I was not telling the truth. There's a Lord Guthrie, British, who was at that time the Chief of Defense Staff of United Kingdom Armed Forces. He did an interview for a British newspaper in 2007. And among other things, he said, astonishingly, the subjects discussed with Prime Minister Tony Blair included invading Zimbabwe. He was the Chief of the Defense Staff of the UK. And says, people were always trying to get me, Guthrie, to look at that. But my advice was, hold hard, you'll make it worse. And Blair himself said elsewhere that the reason he could not get rid of Mugabe, which he would have loved to, was because it wasn't practical, since the surrounding African countries maintained a lingering support for him and would have opposed any action